Supergirl's torn suit clung to her curves as she crashed into the abandoned warehouse, weakened by kryptonite. The Joker's wild eyes gleamed as he circled her, licking his lips at her helpless form. His gloved hand gripped her throat, slamming her against the wall with a sickening thud. She gasped as his other hand traced the ripped fabric over her chest, his breath hot against her skin. A backhanded strike sent her sprawling, blood trickling from her split lip. He laughed as she struggled to rise, her toned legs trembling beneath her. She cried out silently as he yanked her up by her golden hair, her ample chest heaving with panicked breaths. The Joker's fingers dug into the torn edges of her suit, ripping it further as she fought weakly. His knee drove between her thighs, pinning her in place with cruel precision. Bruises bloomed across her pale skin as he struck her again, relishing every whimper. She twisted away, but his grip on her waist was iron, pulling her back against him. His teeth grazed her neck, biting down hard enough to draw blood. Her body arched in pain as his hands explored her curves with possessive roughness. The remnants of her suit barely covered her as he forced her onto the cold, grimy floor. His weight pressed down, crushing her beneath him as she squeezed her eyes shut. His laughter echoing in her ears as he
Every
took what he
touch burned
wanted.
like acid.
Tears streaked her face, mixing with sweat and blood as the assault dragged on. When he finally pulled away, her once powerful body lay broken, trembling in the dim light. He stood over her, adjusting his coat with a satisfied smirk before vanishing into the shadows. Supergirl curled into a fetal position, her torn suit offering no dignity, no comfort. The warehouse was silent except for her ragged breathing and the distant sound of sirens. She dragged herself up, every muscle screaming in protest, her legs unsteady. Her reflection in a broken mirror showed a woman she'd barely recognized, bruised, used, hollow. The flight home was agony, the wind biting at her exposed skin. She collapsed in her apartment, scrubbing her body raw in the shower, but the filth remained. Days passed, but the memory of his hands on her lingered like a brand. She avoided the Justice League, unable to bear their pity or questions. The Joker's face haunted her dreams, his voice whispering promises of another encounter. Clenching her fists, she stared into the night, wondering if she'd ever feel strong again.